don't know what their problem is, why they gotta charge so much. It could be that the franchise is bleeding them dry if it's a franchise, because that's the problem with McDonald's. With McDonald's, they have to pay a pretty penny to have that name. They have to pay the home office. They have to buy that land, and then they've got to pay McDonald's to use the menu name and everything. And they only make $290,000 a year for themselves. And it's like they got to put all that risk out, and they're only going to make $290,000 a year. And nowadays, it's a lot of money to me. But if you're going to try to raise children and put them through college and stuff, it's not enough money. It's getting to the point where it's not really that much money for that risk that you got to go through to. There's Keokuk. Keokuk's a little further than I thought. It's 41. I thought it was only like 10 or 15 miles away. But it's, I wonder if McDonald's is going to see its demise because of that. It's the corporate wants to make a lot of money and not have any risk. They're just making money hand over fist, and they don't have to do any risk. The person that got the franchise, they take on all the risk, and the corporate, it's like shit. No wonder McDonald's is a good investment. It's a real estate investment is what it is, more than a food investment. And they're charging way too much now. People that are poor, or middle class, lower middle class, poor, I mean, they eat out too. They can't afford it now. Can't afford to eat at McDonald's. And at one time that was the most affordable place to eat. I remember when they were 35 cents, and I always had 35 cents for a hamburger. Bob used to go there when we lived in Hillside, and I'd always make sure that I had 70 cents for a couple of hamburgers. I never had a problem with, even though I didn't have a lot of money, I was always willing to spend 70 cents for 2 hamburgers. I only bought what was, on sale or whatever, but I was always able to get something there. I didn't get a Big Mac very often, but even Big Mac was affordable if you wanted one. And now it's gotten so expensive that I don't even go there for the sales. They don't seem to have the sales on the fish. I mean, I could go in there and ask if they got fish for sale, on sale. I don't think they do. I could stop by at one and see if they have them 2 for $6. I wouldn't mind having them. I'm a little hungry right now. Maybe. But I look online and there's nothing. They have stuff from 6 years ago. They don't seem to take those off. But they don't have anything from this year or last year. So they're not appealing to the poor people, to people that want to save money anymore. That's what you're trying to do when you're on the road. And I don't know how they're going to make ends meet if they jack up the prices like that. I guess they're hoping that people are addicted to their food. That they're going to come back and pay the high price. And Denny's is high. I guess the secret to Denny's is just don't get coffee, because I think they were kind of getting this for coffee. It was like quite a bit of money for coffee. Overcharging us for coffee. It's ridiculous. menu at Denny's. It's you can kind of pick what you want. You have 3 choices, and you don't have to take sausage if you don't want it. You can take something else. I don't think he laid that rubber, did he? But there's some diners in Mt Ida that I can go to, and I can go to, if I spend the night at Cracker Barrel, I'll get breakfast there. But I'm not going to eat out very much unless it's at one of them nice diners, and I hope that doesn't turn out to be more than I thought. But I might have to eat out some. I mean, I haven't eaten out yet today, and I probably won't eat out tomorrow unless I do have to stay at a Cracker Barrel. Might be a nice place to sleep. Walmart might be kind of noisy. But I called up in advance. I called quite a few Walmarts, and I called up Cracker Barrels to make sure that I could stay at that particular one. There's a few I didn't call, but I called most of them. And I called the truck stop up here in case I want to stay there tonight, which I think I'm going to be able to go further. I think I'll be able to pass that. I'll be able to get a good ways into Missouri. Skunk River. I bet there's geodes along this. Roadside Park. There would be oh, it's closed. Can't go in there. It's probably owned by the highway, though. I mean, you could probably go in there and dig if you were, you know, not too obvious what you were doing. Probably go in there and poke around. I don't think I'll stop and do any digging, though. Not on the way there. I can hit this on the way back, maybe, if I feel like I got the time. I can come out here some other time. This isn't that far. It's 3:13 here. But this is geode country. I mean, if you stopped at a creek and went down, you could get access to the sides of the creek, you'd probably find geodes here. And any of these roads that are made go over to 218. So if you did make a wrong turn, you'd probably come out in the right place. But I want to take 61 because that goes right by that rock shop. I don't think I should stop